Adafo say we celebrity na say wo no ohun sem we say celebrity dey ya gogowa ohun sem ahodo bebre no ebeba na social media so dey the more na wo do niema kuguo no social media to enya de atwam ena dey say bia o ni internet mu ne beka say ye free system ni mu utwa wo mawre kwa de beto a over 20 30 40 50 years obeba na da ho o search a ebeba it social media dey ya na empempi no yana men kan say e honsam no the more na wo ye na why careful because say wonsam nya bedi ho a yana empirifo ka say say ensem bia ni ho a ana asem bia ni we di na fishada da bi social media dey asem bia di na fishada en na deduanan na fere Makafui eni ni chese ni kuru Medikal se no o mu dwo mo ho ntene ha awaleja yenke nim se awaleja ye die e ka be yenke kokoma de de ka munyi na amaya ma de ne nkopia pen ba bia fa ne se mo na mo praise am be wale se mo hwe na sa awade no entimi maso a eno ane se mo ama kokot no makosen san se awade anya de betimi asustain entimi maso na no bibia yi na ase de se de ya kotu fa ai mama Medikal be makwati be live Emma we so press release at the bregan na force engineer kenkan I mean what you say and development Makafui hu sansem we twegu na Chancellor Luthrot so de ne dia ba betumu e no no so de ne buofu Medikal pa se be Medikal we ye pema we ye celebrate na so ene me bi wo ho we se wutwitwa so wutwitwa so awale chesa awale de kwan wo ene Chancellor Luthrot akọ hard on a year me kan say Medikal ene fela Makafui omo ho nsem a etwagu ewo social media eso yenko na yenkohwe video no enfamra ebra okopie mu ewo Angel TV eno no ewo Accra
eno ye bema onte wonchen na de bi osani uska long distance nyo bia oti Kumasi a oti Accra long distance relationship because he's so loving and caring no obi a woni na twempna monte faako nanso de bia osore a osani usika enti woni numpo ete dan so many colleague no now usika nkwa you are not practicing what the person sees as good long distance relationship. Okay. 18 at the wa broche no opena sem wo a oti Accra of a card about obe break here with you in Accra and focus on the one in America. But
so mo squeezy letter nation say binum person mo so omokai.
Now in the first place, they be me say professionally marriage counseling professionally marriage counseling anytime Rosie Tiwi or but for professional marriage counselor oni obi a wa wari pen omo marriage counseling enyepe sister TMU obi a oni obi atwempna atena te sa wade fo da no wale da. That is why I see a lot of childish talk. When Medikal will make a statement that I've gone out with a lot of women, there's none like fella. You will not get anyone like fella. You can't. Did you marry Debbie? No, you think you can marry Debbie? You.
But this letter is not for me.
No, you think I marry Debbie? Now hear me. Hear me. Listen to share. Our DNA in practice nyape. You can do all the things you think you are doing as a married person. Forget it. And focus on one person. Go and watch. Who need credit? Frekofia Duma 0244 018 962. Ni no man. Friend is on send credit.
I don't know the number to
you. Number. Number. Who is a Kofi no one just got that? And your number. Kofi Duma nam do 2 you watch one friend. Now friend na the credit fini ho. Na ko Kofi timeline so. Na ko tie enkomo a yedi ne sua nyama wo. Me say empempi no obi adwene se me ne ti wa ya twempra no sana me ne ti ye de ya wale ano no me ye bibia ma no. Do you know what a wife does? The duties of a wife is not to wash. The duties of a wife is not to have sex. It's not to cook. It's not. If I tell you the duties of a wife, you will cry. Because these things I mentioned, everybody can do it. True. So what are the duties of a wife?
That's true. That's true.
0277 609 644. Hey, I hear my word. Now hear this. Gawe mo gama no ni God no share ya chapter 7 it translating here Google. What way? No you. So this young woman has entered into a venture That doesn't make sense. I remember, and Benduka should be my witness. He was running some shower somewhere. He met me somewhere. And what was this shower? A shower and prostitution are common language used in the English expression. Who come before me the church? Hook up and can't shower. And we are dear be out there, so dear ma air cost it is a forklift. Tear me. Obi auto from my action about hook up. Tear. Yami for the currency. Kaba. Oti see I no titoye. A son say, na yale yan the only tenant yale nasi. Uni obiti na nipan echo hypo because of the sugar level. Yan fanning call hospital. Ghana ha ye ambulance. You have 400 Ghana cities. Call and they'll bring you a car to come and carry you. The yan say a taxi. And I want you a taxi offer be also horn in your juma. And the driver what it say be but they could have done the first aid. Nanya made in a crack with your call. Me sign the book of condolence. Me sign we ye pet me can be to us. And I Ghana for antimacy. Me catch you and you didn't know what it in chair and say Miss Row. Ukru ye siena afi ba kwa chiped Valentina wale upa hu 2 years ubeka and again now I will feniko. If you see that beautiful
worries after
okunaye enyesunsun enya bosom eya bosom nkro say wo no yire da mpa ba akro ayembia ne ho adane ana na abusuan yi omode hye na akọ. So after 9 months, there's nothing spiritual about anything like widow would write. There's nothing spiritual. Don't let it shakai say yeah you say who could be there watching. Or come then they will never say bunch anybody see or say Jimmy be there watching. So I'm saying this to you to understand, say when you have somebody you are getting married to and you have not married before and you choose to go the way Togo Burger has explained, like want to marry somebody's ex, think twice. What was the cause of death? My head. My head needed say, oh, you two only today you are home. You look so home tete. And no man pala. And no born in Sue. The next 15 minutes, he was a funeral. Oh. Now, Wale first guy. Only guy need them and the guy started. My head reflexes with Dunyami. Hey, not again, no. Not again, no, it's not my portion. Why? Rossi, what? You don't know? This is what happened to George. He started my head. Trauma. And it was Sunday. He was Sunday like this. Can we go to the hospital? So it's nothing. He said, no, you will die with nothing. Let's go. So, the reflexes. That is why we say that for every loss, it must be mourned. That's the word. Every loss must be mourned.
Yeah.
Most of us in this country are ungrateful. I remember that I told Kofi Aduma some project to do. He didn't do it. But he would do it whether I like it or not. Ex-ministers and ex-MPs, when they lose power, do you know most of them change their children's school? Oh, yes.
From what to what?
Yes, a majority of them, they remove their children from schools they can't pay to schools they can afford. There's one thing to pay and to afford. But their wives refuse to step down. They still want to act like once an MP, always a wife of an MP.
Counselor, what's our advice to Eye Obey?
She will not get an advice today.
Wow. Counselor.
Why? Don't I give her advice every day?
So why?
Yeah, but Obi
And today I say she won't get advice. What's your
on your
problem?
day.
Are you the resource person? Are you going to force me to read what you've written to me? So Sebo just sent me a text. Viewers, hear the content. And I read. Learn to mourn your loss, according to Sebo. When you refuse to mourn your loss and you marry anybody, you use the person as your medium of your loss. This young man is looking at the wife. You are short like Rosie, but you say you are cute. But the wife was actually cute. The wife didn't collect money to take it to make her botos and a tummy flat. It was at Kolebu Plastic Surgery. They only lied to us. They didn't have money for flight ticket. We did it at Kolebu. But because of patient privacy, they don't want to give us credit. But it was done in Kolebu.
Hey, Counselor, what are you saying?
So when people are losing, they exaggerate in their loss. So we say, mourn your loss. The 5 stages of loss must be mourned so that you arrive at acceptance. You are marrying a man who has not completed the mourning of his loss or her loss. Once you marry them, they will measure you in the umbrella and in the shape and in the angle of their ex. You will suffer. Sister, because of Sebo, take this advice. You are threatening to divorce. As for how long somebody can mourn, it depends on the professional you meet. When you meet a professional, they force you to understand that you are not the cause of the death. You are not the cause that they stole your mobile phone, so you should mourn your loss. Sister, hear me. On 0277, you don't have anywhere to go because Ghana, there is no counselor in this country. The rest are learning from Chancellor Luthrot. And you are fortunate to hear his voice right now. Even Akufuado, His Excellency, before he goes, he has this number. You to write it. 0277. Maleblo 609. 644. It is better for you to divorce this man because his wife ghost will lie between the two of you doing sexual intercourse.